Hola. In this video, we are going to learn how to conjugate ER and IR verbs in Spanish in the past tense. And there are two past tenses in Spanish. We are going to focus on the preterite tense in this video. And we are also going to focus on travel vocabulary, so verbs you would use to talk about or describe trips that you went on. So first, let's review how to conjugate a verb, and we're going to start with the verb comer, to eat, because we all love to eat delicious food when we travel. So remember that a verb in Spanish has two parts. We have a stem and then the ending, right? And in order to conjugate a verb, the first thing you do is you take off the ending, which leaves us with the stem, and then you add whatever other ending you want to add onto that stem. So let's look at the endings for preterite tense verbs that end in ER or IR. So ER, IR, preterite tense verbs. All right, for yo or I, eat with an accent mark. You informal, tú, iste. You formal, usted. Yo, don't forget that accent mark. He or she, so el, ella, again, yo. Don't forget the accent mark. Nosotros or nosotras, so we. Imos. Vosotros, vosotras, so you all, used mostly in Spain. Istes. And ustedes, so you all used in other parts of like Latin America. Ieron. And then they, ellos, ellas, is going to be the same as ustedes. Ieron. Okay, so let's look at how this works with the verb comer. And I've already just added the stem here so that just to save time in the video. So I ate, yo comí. You informal ate, tú comiste. You formal ate, usted comió. He or she ate, él or ella comió, remembering the accent mark. We ate, nosotros comimos. You all ate in the vosotros form, vosotros comistes. Or in the ustedes form, you all ate, ustedes comieron. And then they ate, ellos or ellas comieron. All right, so let's look at some other ER and IR words you would use to talk about your vacation. We have conocer, to meet. Recorrer means to travel or to tour around. All right. Leer, to read. Maybe you read a book on the beach, for example, or you read while you were on the plane. Descubrir is to discover. Maybe you discovered a really great place or a beautiful beach. And aprender is to learn. Traveling is a great way to learn about other cultures and other places. All right. So let's practice with these verbs. And again, like every other regular verb, we're just going to take off the ER or IR, which leaves us here with the stem. Leer is kind of funny, and there's a little trick to it, which we'll talk about later. But the stem is just LE. Descubrir, we take off the IR, we get descubred and aprend, and then we are adding whatever ending we want to add. So she met. First of all, to meet is conocer, so we're going to say conos. And for she, we're adding conoció. She met. They discovered, so descubre. And for they, it's oyeron, so descubrieron. I learned, to learn is aprend. And for I, it's eat, so aprendí. All right, we toured, to tour is recorrer. So recor, and we is imos, so recorrimos. You read, to read is leer, so le, and then iste. And this is where leer gets a little bit funny. We're going to add an accent mark on leíste because of those two vowels next to each other. And he read, again, le, and we know that for he or she, it's yo, right? So yo, but that would be a lot of vowels in a row. So instead of L-E-I-O, that I is going to change to a Y. So he read, leyó. The same thing happens with they read, leyeron. That I just changes to a Y when there's all those vowels in a row. All right, adios.